Joining us now is Democratic strategist and former New York State Senator David Carlucci. Thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour once again. Look, the big news of the week, of course, is US President Joe Biden pardoning his son Hunter Biden, who's guilty of federal tax and gun charges. And the pardon dates back to 2014, the same year that Hunter Biden joined the board of Burisma. And it leaves the Democrats in a tough position. Here's Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer responding to questions.
Do you agree with some of your Democrat colleagues who say that President Biden's pardon of Hunter Biden was wrong or unwise, puts personal interest ahead of duty?
I got nothing for you on that.
Can I follow up on that? Are you concerned with the lack of transparency and lack of honesty around Biden's decision to pardon?
As I said, I got nothing for you on that. Nope.
Concerned that pardoning anyone on the way out of office, family members, sets a poor precedent.
Thank you. I've got nothing for you on that.
David, do you have anything for us on that?
Well, look, I agree with Senator Schumer. Just it's a distraction for what's he really going to say on this right now. I think Democrats, of course, many are disappointed with this action, but many Democrats also understand, and I think most Americans understand this situation that Joe Biden is in terms of wanting to do the right thing and protect his son. And the fear about what might happen going forward when the president leaves office and how his son would be a target for just inappropriate action. So I think right now we've got to focus on the future and see what can we do to take the politics out of the criminal justice system. And I don't have any answers right now, but I'm hopeful that Donald Trump uses that restraint and doesn't do what the Democrats fear. And that would do a lot to help quell those fears and distrust, I think, in the criminal justice system.
I understand the father-son thing, but it is an abuse of power. California Governor Gavin Newsom is breaking with Joe Biden over the decision to pardon his son Hunter, telling Politico that he was disappointed by the action. He said, "I took the president at his word, so by definition, I'm disappointed and can't support the decision." Let's just take a look at the president and the amount of times he told Americans he was not going to do this.
But let me ask you, will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes. I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
From a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Well,
I just said no. I just answered. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's all we kept hearing. We just kept hearing that he wasn't going to do this. But look, what do you make of Gavin Newsom's comments? Is this some sort of way of making it known that he's no longer a Biden Democrat?
I don't think so. I think this is what is great about the Democratic Party is that you don't have to agree on every single thing that somebody does, but you agree with them most of the time, and you find a way forward. I think you're going to find this from many prominent Democrats that are going to agree with Gavin Newsom on this and say very disappointed. The president said one thing and then did the other. I can understand, and I think many Americans can understand why President Biden did it. And I think, yes, this is something that is unfortunate, but it was the president was between a rock and a hard place in terms of what he would do going forward. And I think the election results and the fact that President Trump is going to take office swayed President Biden's opinion and made him do what he ultimately did with this pardon.